Lady Miskey. Lady Miskey.
Okay, Katilya. So tell me about how do you feel about school starting back up, and then not just starting back up, but starting back remotely? Like, how do you feel about that?
I'm starting to adjust. At
Okay.
first, a couple of months ago, it was a little strand, but now it's like, what can you do? You have to learn to adapt. So it's not so much me having to adapt; it's getting the children to adapt. And it's funny because my kids, it used to be a struggle. Get up, get up, get up. Time for school, time for school. And they would struggle to get out the bed. But now they're asking, can we go back to school? So I find that totally
Oh,
interesting.
really?
Yes, they're getting tired of sitting home. They want to interact
Oh,
with their friends and their
yeah.
teachers and stuff like that. And I found that to be very interesting. And I found it to be positive because now they see what they used to take for granted, you
And
know?
how important school is, getting up early and
Yes,
interacting with
yes.
their
So like a
friends.
bell went on, a bell went off for that one. So that's great. Yeah, that was a great
Right.
experience. So it's just a little bit, they want to really go back to school and having them learn like little patience, the importance of the virus and staying safe and
Hmm.
not contracting anything or not spreading anything.
Right.
So
Right.
it's adjustment. It's adjustment. So we all have to adjust our schedule. I have to adjust mine. So a lot of time with my important business, I will do some stuff early in the morning while they sleep, like wee hours in the morning, like I wake up 3 o'clock
Yes.
in the morning. I might have to get some stuff, and then I might have to stay up late to
Yes, that's
maybe
right.
11, 12 to get some
Mm,
things done. That's how I get to manage to get my stuff done. But
that's true.
it has its pros and cons because now I get to see, as a parent, you appreciate teachers much more. You see what they have to go
Oh,
through.
yes.
So that's the pros and cons, and you see how important teachers' roles are in your children's lives, and the connections and the support system. Even the cons are still pros. It just depends on how you
Gotta
look at it.
look at it. That's true. You do have to,
Yeah,
I always say, turn the negative into a positive,
exactly,
making
exactly.
lemonade out of lemons. Making
Yeah.
it's like, nah, I'm about to keep going, but you know what we saying.
Yes,
That's
yes.
interesting because I have one child that wants to go to school, go back to school, and one who's like, let's keep remote this, let's keep this remote, let's keep me in the bed and I get up when I want to and do work when I feel like it and blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't know. So they're going to be on Zoom or some type of video for instruction. So it's
Right.
not like they're going to have all this autonomy to do the work whenever they're ready to do it.
Exactly.
And that is what he's not ready for. I'm like, you might have to be on camera. You might have to get up early, brush your teeth, brush your hair, and look presentable to get on the screen with your teacher. So
Yes.
that part, he was like, I don't know about that. But in that same child, he's also the one that's starting high school as well. So
Mm.
I just can't imagine starting high school and starting it remotely. For me, like to have them go remotely, I guess I'm with it as well. Like I'm fine with it because getting up early and dropping them off, and I mean, as parents, that's also a job for us.
Yes.
It's not just them, just like they have their day, but we also have our day as well with that. And I'm like, I'm okay with starting off remotely. I know eventually they will get back into school, but I'm just glad right now they're not doing it right now.
Taking them to school, that's the part I enjoy because
Oh,
they go to two different schools, so the
yes.
journey is different. So that's my alone time in the morning when we out the house. I talk to them, pick their brain, give them some positivity, see what they're thinking, encourage their day while as we driving to school. We had like a little routine, so I kind of miss them.
See, now you up there got me looking like the bad mother. While you looking like the class of moms over here. So no, I don't like that part. So no, I'm just joking. I do remember those moments, and we used to even walk to school. I used to walk with them and then walk back home, and I used to love it, the
Right.
exercise, the fresh air. So I
Yeah.
do get it. I get it. I'm in between, but I guess what I'm saying is like once we get out the door, then I like that part. But the part before that, when you have to get up in the morning and you're trying to get everyone up and making sure they brush their teeth and this, iron their
Yes.
clothes, like that hustle and bustle in the morning before we walk out the door is like, oh, I could miss that part. With your
Yes.
high schooler, do you have the same effect where I have to, like from my high school, starting high school rather, I have to remind him to do all those things and, make sure you get yourself together and things like that. And I'm like, you're in high school. Why am I still telling you this? But I
Yes.
think it's normal. How is it for you? Is it like that for
It's
your?
the same way. It's the same
Okay.
way. And it's funny with mine because you have to remind them, and then they don't want the reminder. I can do it. I don't need it. Yeah, you do. And then when you don't, like some days I'll be like, okay, you want to be a smart butt, huh? So one day I don't remind them. Ma, you didn't wake me up. You didn't tell me to. Oh, you told me don't remind you.
Yes. You want to be grown or you don't want to be grown? Which one are we doing today? Which one is it? 14-year-old.
Right. So you got to accept some help, but independence is great too. So it's a jungle. It's a juggle.
I feel like after eventually they will get it. Cause I'm like, you're going to high school, you're going to start liking the girls going to start liking you. They want to make sure that your presentation is up to par. So either you're going to listen to me and get it, or you're going to eventually get it from somebody else and say, oh, let me do it. But eventually whatever way it happens, I want them to get it. Just, make sure you're presentable, groomed, and fresh.
Yes. And sometimes with boys, it could be, you have to be reminding them.
Constant.
They might not be as conscious as you, because they mature at different levels. Sometimes they mature at different levels.
That's true.
But they get it. Our teaching doesn't fall on stony ground. I think eventually it comes full circle and they start to do it. Because like I said, some of the reminders, some of the teachings at the time, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if they're getting it, understanding. But then I see them emulating everything that I taught them and everything, and doing things without me having to say it. And at one time it was wash the dishes, and after you clean up. Then I see them more slowly. I already know. I'm gonna take it in there. I'm doing it now, and they washing it. So they get it. They just get it at their own time.
At their own time. That's reassuring because their time is not my time. Like with God. Like with God.
Yes.
Like with God, his time is not our time. So,
yes.
I gotta accept
Same
that.
With children.
Still with the
it goes full circle.
It's full circle, just like with the children. So I gotta, like, okay, let me just let you get it when you get it, basically.
Yes. That's the beauty of parenting.
Yes.
Because you got to know when to train them, and then when to ease up just a little bit, and when to oversee from afar, when you need to step in. Parenting doesn't come with instructions, and each kid is different. They have their own personalities, and they have their own ways of getting it and doing it.
That's true. That's very.
You have to be mindful too, because you can't compare the kids and each level that everybody's different, have their own personality and have their own way of doing things, and that's what makes us all unique.
That's true. I'm glad you brought that point up, because that's very important. When people have multiple children, like, it's not like you're just this type of parent, because you're never just this type of parent. You're this type of parent for that particular child. You're a different type of parent for that particular child. Does not come with any instructions or manual, like you said. And you just have to know that I can't do the same thing, and even discipline. You can't even discipline them all, and even talk to them the same way. One you can get a little rough with, and one you don't need to.
Yes, and that's what I have. Yes, I have a mixture.
Yes,
and this little one, my last one, he is gonna be that one.
I can't imagine, especially when they're the youngest and they're probably spoiled.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
We're gonna have to figure him out, because he's like the boss.
So before we wrap up, I want to get into, what are you doing? What have you done? I already know, but I want you to tell everyone else. What have you done? I feel like I haven't even mentioned. Did I say author Katilya Humphrey? Let me go into the mic with that. Author Katilya Humphrey.
Yes, I'm a published author of
Yes.
a children's book called Patricia's Reflection. She's out now. You
Yes.
can purchase her on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles,
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Nook. You can always reach me at Katilya, Katilya 80 at gmail.com. And you can get updates, obtain a book from me as well. I'm currently working on
Oh, go keep talking, keep going.
um,
'Cause while
um
you're doing that, I'm
uh,
trying to pull up your Facebook and your Instagram.
yeah.
So this is Patricia's Reflection Book Pals on Facebook. Please take a look. Please take a look at this. I love that you have everything set up here. And also, you now have your book at the store in Newark, New Jersey. When did you do this?
Yes, yes, last Friday, yes.
Okay.
Um, yes, the book entered into a bookstore in Newark, New Jersey called Source of Knowledge. It's a Black bookstore.
Source of Knowledge, a black owned business, black owned bookstore. I love that.
Yes.
Awesome. So
Yes.
here she's at Patricia's Reflection Book Pals on Facebook, as you can see here. And then on Instagram, Patricia's Reflection Book Pals. And look at this picture here. I wonder who that is. I
Yes.
wonder who that is. So I also have purchased the book. I love the book. This is a book where that I do not mind reading over and over. You know how you read a book and then you just put it to the side, it doesn't really interest you. You don't really, you just read it one time, you put it to the side.
Right.
But this book, I can read this book over and over. And this little one right here seems to enjoy it too. Guess who this little one
Thank
is
you.
right here?
Aww.
Guess who that little one is here, but you can see here that a bunch of people purchased the book and took pictures with it, so you definitely need to look on that. Okay,
Yes.
we're back, Katilya.
So I'm currently working on some other projects. I'm currently working on a cosmetics company, or natural cosmetics company that I'm forming now. I'm working on a couple of more books, more children's books.
Okay.
Yes, it's definitely going to be a sequel to Patricia, but besides Patricia, I have other children's books coming out as well. I have some poetry books. I'm working on a success business book as well.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yes, I have a couple
Okay.
of little adventures.
Interesting. Okay. We know a few things, but we're not ready to put them out there yet, but we'll definitely have a part 2.
Yes. So what I want to ask, Asia, what are you working on?
Oh yeah. So well, thank you for asking. So I am also let me go back to share screen. So I just started an online tea and apparel clothing website basically. And these are my original content that I came up with, and I just wanted to put together and sell them. I think this is the time where we are really expressive right now, expressive with our with the times going on. We're just expressive with everything that's going on. So I have a lot of Black empowerment, Black history type things on my website right now. And these are just some designs that I created, and I did a soft launch. And if you do go to the website, it's miskeytees.com. Please check out my 411. I just love, you can tell I'm an 80s baby. When you hear what's the 411, you think about Mary J. Blige and back in the day. So I have a what's the 411 here, and you can just click on the link and just read what's going on. It's like a soft mini blog or whatever the case is. But thank you for asking. I'm so glad that we were able to do this. This has not been just like a one night thing. We've been talking about this for about a month now.
Yes.
And we finally put it together. So I'm so glad. I can't wait to do it again. Again, give them your email address.
KATILYA80@gmail.com.
Awesome. And then I also gave you the links for the Instagram and the Facebook, and I will eventually post them down at the bottom. When post them at the bottom too, so you all can see. So thank you, Katilya. We will have I know we'll come back and do this again, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for being
Thanks for having
here.
me. I enjoyed it. This was fun. This was a great experience.
Yes, for both of us. So thank you. Thank you everyone for tuning in and watching us, and we will sign off, and until next time. Bye.
Just that part that I got stuck in deer lights, like
yes.
Leave that for the blooper.
That's the
Look, leave that for the blooper, like
I can't wait to go see that part. I can't wait to go see that part.
Because I'm like, and then you see my fingers. I'm like,
oh, you what?
Yes, because I'm like, so people probably like, what the hell is this? And then the whole time I'm still looking surprised. I'm like, oh shoot, Angel gonna kill me. I done erased it.
Really?
I
missed that whole part. That is hilarious.
Yes, I was like, yeah, you see my fingers, you can see my teeth, you can see my gap. I was just like,
That is hilarious. I missed that whole part. I missed it. All I can hear that you was like, yeah, because that's what I heard, but I didn't see anything.
Then when you pop back up, I tried not to laugh at my own self, like, oh shoot, that wasn't me. And then I forgot what I was talking about. I was like, oh God.
That is funny.
And here when I crash and burn.